Well, I'm in the cloud this morning, of course. I gotta go to Damascus. I think it's 15 to 20 miles, something like that. Applesauce just dropped me off, and that'll be the last I see of him. Unless something, you know, untoward happens, which hopefully it won't. And so that was fun. I mean, he got me through this first month. I think I've worked most of the bugs out. As soon as I hopped out, two of the guys that had taken a zero, like I did the day before, I ran into them again. Kathmandu and Lucky, and they were hauling the ass. And I think they're going to stay at a hostel up here in Damascus. Me, I am going to take it easy and cross into Virginia and take a week of 15 miles days after this one, after I get to Damascus, and then just ease along for a while. Get myself into this. My pack is a little heavy because I've filled up with food again. I think I pushed it about all I can really push it. I'm at about 30, a little bit over 30 pounds right now. It feels comfortable enough. It's just, I got to adjust the straps. But anyway, let's end Tennessee today, you guys. I want y'all hike with me. As you can tell, not a whole lot of vision today. We're up in these clouds. It's a little cold, but you know, I'm hiking, so it warms right up. I got all my layers on today. Nothing puffy. And it's sitting right at about 30-ish degrees. So I look out and I say, what a nice day to hike. All right, let's get on with this. Love you guys. Well, as I finish up the last few miles of Tennessee, I don't know what to think. You know, I'm getting closer to the border. I think I'm 3 miles away or something. It really hasn't hit me yet that, well, today, maybe. When I'm doing 20-mile days, it really hits me at the end. It's like, ooh, boy, I'm really walking. But it really hasn't hit me that I've walked a number of miles yet and that I have a ton left, because I'm getting away from that kind of thinking and just doing a day-to-day. You know, I've really loved something I haven't mentioned is the air quality in Georgia was really nice. You could really smell some of the plants in North Carolina, although it was rainy and cold. And then coming through the Smokies, it was so ice cold, but the air quality was good again. And then there was a lot of pine stuff. Some really heavy smells in Tennessee coming through. It was really nice. And now that we're starting to see some signs of spring with the butterflies I saw the other day, and the bees are out. You know, these days where I'm walking along and I'm walking in a cloud, I just have my rain jacket on because the water vapor makes it cooler. But it's still really nice. Definitely worth it. I kind of miss, you know, when you walk into the week, you really don't see very many people. You see more people on the weekends. I watched this one guy, he came walking up to me with a big bandage on his head. He had taken a tumble and landed on his head. He was really doing a handstand. He was really handstand. His buddy was right there with him. And, you know, he'd gotten scratched up. I guess his hat had come off and he had that big bandage. But there were a couple of hikers that were loving it. They were out for the weekend. That was back in the pond wilderness. I've met so many different people. I mean, there was that one girl that she goes hiking every day. She runs a business with her husband. I really like the hikers. All the hikers that I've met have been pretty nice. You know, sometimes there's big groups of kids. Like I passed a big scout troop a couple days back with the adults in the back trying to keep up. About 10 boys just running along. I didn't see any girls. I know the girls are in the Boy Scouts now. I didn't see any women with them. They were moving, boy. Happy as could be. Definitely reconnecting out here every day when you become part of it, almost. Yeah, pretty nice today. Again, I'm just sauntering along here, just going easy. I got plenty of time. You know, I want to get home, and I will get home, but I got to finish another, few thousand, 1,500 miles or 15 and a half, whatever. We'll see. Anyway, just thought I would say hello. Oh, it's almost time to wipe that big schnoz. Sorry. I do apologize about that. But yeah, today, even though the sun's not out and it is cool, I'm going right along. And I'll see you guys when I cross the border, which should be in the next hour. Well, the cloud's starting to lift a little. I've been walking in a cloud all day, but we're slowly dropping out as we go toward the Virginia border, which I just passed the Backbone Trail, which goes somewhere, I don't know where. And it's starting to, I can see the clouds on that ridge over there, right at that ridge. So maybe it's just the side of the ridge that I've dropped out. But if it keeps dropping out on the side, maybe we can actually get some views today. You never know. Pretty forests. The last of Tennessee here. And I'm kind of interested to see how Virginia is going to be. Anyway, I'll leave you with some trails here as we push toward the border. No, by the way, my water purification has died on me. It was my ultraviolet light. I don't know what it did with my Clorox. I left my Sawyer stuff at Applesauce's house, but I didn't have any smart bottles anyway because I don't use them. So it would have been hard to flush it out without finding my platypus, which I don't use. So I will have to find some Clorox to purify my water. Until then, I am drinking, yes, hard to believe, unpurified water while I walk these last few miles. Luckily, I've been drinking unpurified for probably about a week anyway. Every once in a while I'll purify it, but so high up in the mountains, there's so few people that I'm not too worried about it until I drop out. When I drop out, then I usually stay somewhere and drink chlorinated water. I've been lucky so far. But that's what unpopulated areas do for me. Makes me silly. What this is, but there's something here. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the border. Got like 3 or 4 different signs with some stuff. It's got, yes. No, it says Tennessee, Virginia to Spiny Gap maintained by Damascus. Oh, there it is. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I did, honey. I'm entering the Mount Rogers NRI Jefferson National Forest. I have made it to Virginia. Virginia, I love you. Virginia's for lovers. Now, one thing I did want to do at the state line is adjust my hat, take this hand and pat that back. Look, look, yay! Pat myself on the back because I made it from Georgia through North Carolina, through Tennessee, and now I'm into Virginia. Hallelujah. Whew. Thank you, Lord. I'm ready to keep on walking. So, there's always times when something seems a little surreal, and I'm telling you, walking this trail, when you're walking it and you're touching it, it's not that surreal. It's real. It's not so real. But when I crossed that border, I actually shocked myself. I was like, wow, I actually walked from Georgia all the way to Virginia. Whew. And these tears are happy tears. I actually feel really happy about all this. Boy, I think I need a candy bar or something, because yeah, that made me really happy. Well, I'm into Virginia in more ways than one. And now on to Damascus. I need to get something that will purify my water a little bit better. And I need to stop and eat some lunch because I'm starting to get a little, I don't know, whatever. But yay, yay! My feet are a little sore. I think I twisted my ankle after I crossed the border back there. Of course, just a little. So I have to be a little tender with it. Coming out, it looks like this is coming right on in to wherever it's coming in at. I don't know. So I figured I'd film Damascus as we get here. There's a map that I have in my back of my backpack, but I don't feel like taking my backpack off yet. I figure I'll just follow the trail and see where it leads me. In somebody's yard. It's a pretty yard. So, yeah. Boy. Okay, I see marks on the telephone poles, so it obviously goes this way. And it does say Appalachian Trail right there. Okay, so I just went to the Outfitters because my UV light just went out, and I picked up some Aqua Mara from Lumpy at the Outfitters. And yes, he did have some real moonshine, so I got a sip from him. That was great. I had heard from Grumpy at Boots Off Hostel that Lumpy here in town had some, and sure enough he did. That was pretty good. I was going to walk on through. I'm not sure. I'm still looking around town because this is where the trail goes, right through the middle of town. There's the Dancing Bear Bread and Breakfast. Maybe I should give them a call and see. I'm going to do that right now. Well, it looks like the Hiker's Inn has no vacancy. So that's a sign for me to keep on.